Good afternoon, everyone. How's it going? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the play-by-play between the New York Yankees and Toronto Blue Jays. Today is a little bit of an earlier game because it's Canada Day up in Canada, hence the reason why the game is early. So I will get the game cast on here momentarily. So how's everybody doing on this Tuesday? How's everybody doing on this Tuesday afternoon? Make sure you all hit the like button, subscribe button, because that'll let everybody know. So it's going to be Max Fried versus Kevin Gossman. Max Fried, 10-2 record. He's got 10 wins for the season, first pitcher to 10 wins. I like our chances, especially with Fried pitching. And it looks like a beautiful day out there in Toronto, as looks like the roof is open. You got Michael K and David Cohn in the booth. What's up, Desiree? First in the building. What's going on? Make sure you all go vote in the poll. Let me know what you all are thinking. Who's going to hit the first home run for the Yankees? So let's see how the Yankees do. I'm confident in Max Fried, but it's a matter of the bats. Are the bats going to come through? We'll see. Right now, Trent Grisham, he might get placed on the IL. They said it's likely he's going to get placed on the IL. So they called up Brian De La Cruz. So he'll be taking over for a little bit till Grisham gets back, which means more playing time for Dominguez. So a lot of fans are going to get their wish now. Dominguez is going to be in the lineup. I mean, of course, I love seeing Dominguez in the lineup. He tries to give it his all. And no Austin Wells today. Again, he's still recovering. The game plan is for Austin Wells to be in the lineup tomorrow. I'm glad his health scare was not really a health scare. It was very precautionary, but still, you don't want guys to get hurt ever, right? So let's see what happens. What's up, Ricardo? What's going on, bro? How are you, man? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. How we feeling? But Yankees bats, they got to come through, right? Once again, runners in scoring position. Let's see how the month of July begins for the Yankees. They have 25 games this month. Of course, you got the All-Star break, so there's going to be a little bit more, less games. So, we'll see how these guys perform in July. June was a crappy record. They went 13-14. Lost some series. They got swept, right, by the Red Sox, which is never fun. But let's hope that they can have a better July. Although July is looking pretty rough, like it's going to be a hard series in July. But let's hope that they can have a much better July and have a winning record, and not just like a winning record, not just a one game over 500 type of record. Like, I'd be okay with five, anything 5 or more, I'd be okay with, as if it's 15-10 or better, I'd be okay with that. And it's like I predicted in the pregame earlier. I think these guys are probably going to go 15-10 is my prediction. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, hottest in New York. Yeah, it's hot in my area too, man. Maybe not nowhere near New York level, but it's definitely hot. Where in New York do you reside, man? Where in New York do you live? Yeah, what's up, Railbird R? Thanks for popping in. How are you? What's going on? Hello, hello. Thanks for popping in. How are you today? Thanks for popping in. Again, make sure you all hit the like, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I greatly appreciate it. We're slowly but surely on the way to 1,800 subs. So I'll hopefully get there sooner rather than later. And then, of course, the 2,000 is the big goal right now. On the island. Oh, Suffolk County. Okay. So you're out there in the island? Long Island, huh? Is that where you were born? But yeah, the game should start here momentarily. Geneva, New York. Okay. Oh, Railbird lives in Geneva, New York. Okay, cool. I'm not familiar with Geneva. Where is that? I'm sorry. It's probably. I'm sure there's some places in New York I've never heard of. I've never heard of, but Genova is definitely one of them. Yes, indeed. But the game should start here momentarily. It's an upstate. I figured. You were born in Columbia. Okay. Grew up in Queens. I don't like to assume, Ricardo, did you grow up in Corona in Queens? Born in Columbia. So fun fact for you, Ricardo, I got two nephews that are half Colombian. Their mother's from Colombia. So yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. That's cool, man. So Geneva, New York, upstate. Okay. I figured it was upstate. Make sure you all are staying hydrated. Drink plenty of water, especially with the heat, right? Make sure you're all staying hydrated at all times. Good guess. Oh, you grew up in Hollis. Very cool. Yeah. I figured I'd share that with you, but you grew up in Hollis, Queens. Okay. I'm familiar with Queens. Oh, I know you're part of Ace's posse, man. You both of you are. So appreciate you. What's up, Casino? But yeah, I grew up in Queens. I still have family in Brooklyn. Like I said, the game should start here momentarily. They said 3:07. I live in Colorado now, man. I live in Colorado now. I was born and raised in New York, but I live in Colorado now. Colorado, it's a nice state. I'll say that. It's a nice state. The weather is definitely better. What do you want to make, Casino? Yeah, I live in Colorado now. Yeah, like I said, it's a beautiful state. Went to Aspen and you don't ski. That's funny. What did you do in Aspen then? What were you doing in Aspen? I'm good on that, Casino, but thank you for asking, man. I'm good. I got someone. All right, looks like they're doing some stuff for Canada Day. They showed something and they just went back to commercial break. So probably going to be a little bit of a delay in the start. Drinking and enjoying the sights. We did go snowmobiling once, all fun, but the wife wasn't feeling the cold. Yeah, well, yeah, no, I heard that, but the cold in New York is worse. I could tell you that right now. Catch a game at Coors Field for when like the Yankees come into town, or are you just talking in general there, Ricardo? Definitely was at all three of the games when the Yankees came out here. Coors Field is a nice stadium. There's not really like a bad seat unless you're sitting behind the foul pole. But Coors Field is a great stadium. I highly recommend it. Definitely no bad seat in that stadium whatsoever. But I think they're doing some special festivities there for Canada Day. So we are still in a commercial break. Yeah, you want to visit. We'll have to see the Yanks, but can be against anyone because you want to visit all the stadiums. I want to do, I want to do like a couple of years where every year I go to different cities and visit the stadiums. I think that'll be fun. It's crazy. I have yet to been to Citi Field. I haven't been to Citi Field yet. I've been to the new Yankee Stadium a few times. I do want to go to Wrigley. I want to go to Wrigley Field. I do want to go to Fenway. I want to go to PNC. Like those are the ballparks that I really would love to visit. So there's a few stadiums that I certainly want to go. I want to go check out, no doubt. So I don't know what time the game is supposed to exactly start. They said 3:07. I don't know now. Again, I know they got their big their Canada Day. They're doing special festivities. Probably might start here in the next 5 minutes. Well, hopefully the game starts here soon. But how's everybody doing? Anybody working? Anybody have the day off? Anybody tuning in from work or at home? What's everybody up to? We'd love to see the Yanks, but okay, yep, I want to do all those too. Funny because I've been to Shea but never Citi Field. That's funny. See, I've been to Shea Stadium. I've been to the old Shea Stadium. I've never been to Citi Field though. Yo, Frederick, what up? For real, Ricardo. Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah, I'm trying to see if Brian Hogue puts something out there. It looks like the whole stadium is in red. Like the fans. I mean, it's pretty red out there. Oh, Railbird, you're retired. Nice. Enjoying that retirement life? How long you been retired for, man? What did you do for work? I'm watching this game on MLB TV there, Frederick. Yeah, for sure there, Frederick. That'll be good. Watch the Yankees during the day. Go watch the Guardians tonight. Yeah, it just gives me a break for the evening. I'll probably just, relax a little bit this evening. It did. It kind of threw me off when they said the game was at 3:07. Ricardo was saying left. I was working, but you left early. What kind of work do you do, man? What's your job? What's your job title? Lottery, New York State Field Tech for Railbird. Okay. Oh, Ricardo, you're in law enforcement? Oh, snap. All right. Salute, bro. Much respect. What's up, Susan? Brooklyn's in the house. What's up? How's it going? How long you been in law enforcement? So you work for the county then, or which department you work for? It looks like, yeah. So there's a delay. She's back. Ooh, Chick-fil-A nuggets and fries. Yo, now you got me wanting some Chick-fil-A. I'm thinking of what I want to eat for lunch. I could make some grilled cheese. I could get some Chick-fil-A. Man, I got some options. What's everybody else eating for lunch? It's a good question, Ricardo. That's an excellent question. I get curious about that too. I've talked to one fan and he wasn't too thrilled about it. I remember talking to him about it. He randomly was at a Yankees Rockies game a couple years ago. Oddly enough. 19 years and worked for smaller agency. All right, cool, man. Yeah, you've been in it. You've been in it for a while there, Ricardo. Nice, man. Ace, I don't believe is streaming. I know he said he was having some internet problems. So he's not streaming. You work for a smaller agency? Okay. It's probably easier that way. Just trying to see what time this game is going to start. Once again. They're not giving us any. I'm trying to find information, but I can't. My opinion of Jazz coming alive with the bat, amazing, fantastic, man. That's exactly what I want to see. You know, before he got hurt, I mean, he was kind of free swinging at everything. You know, he kept uppercutting everything with that bat. You know, he just kept trying to go for the long ball. You know, he's hitting the home runs, but he's getting timely hits. I mean, this is exactly what I wanted to see from Jazz. It's great. It's great. I mean, he's been the bright spot. Mine too, Ricardo. What up, Rodney? What up, man? Susan, I haven't seen it either. It's just I'm not going to get into why, but because of like the stuff that was happening, you know, during COVID, I'm not going to again get into the details of it. You all know what went down. There was a lot of these names. There was this push to change names and offensive stuff and things like that. So that's why you had a couple of professional sports teams that were forced to change their names. Cleveland being one of them for Major League Baseball, Washington being the other one for football. So, but yeah. Free swinging fool, he says. But yeah, the game should start here momentarily. I don't know what the start time is. I'm trying to find any information, but nothing is being mentioned. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Keep sharing this channel out. Let's continue growing this channel while we wait for this game to begin. The reason for the game starting as early as it is because it's Canada Day. So I want to say it's like their version of Independence Day. So that's why they're playing the game early. Yeah, Welkin, the game is early today, dude. It was funny because I was looking at the schedule yesterday for the upcoming games, and I saw 3:07, and I was like, "Wait, why is that?" And then I think somebody said it. It was Canada Day, and I was like, "Oh, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense." What up, Petruzzi? What's going on, dude? What's up, man? Shout out to Petruzzi. What's going on? Well, I'm sure, Rodney. It's going to happen here on it's going to happen in our country here on Wednesday, or not Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, so if I had to guess, maybe the game starts in about 10 minutes. Maybe it starts right now. I don't know. It's Canada Day. Welkin. It's Canada Day in Canada. It's their version of the 4th of July. What up, Giku? That's what's going on. I don't know, Rodney. My guess is just as good as yours. So it's Canada Day in Canada. They're welcome. What up, Ace? It's Canada Day. That's the delay. They were doing some festivities at the stadium. That's why the game hasn't started yet. It's their version of the 4th of July. So I don't know what time they're supposed to start, but I would assume I'm assuming 1:30. I mean, I'm not sure why they said 3:07 or I said 1:30 my time, 3:30. I'm not sure why they said 3:07. It's like then they should have done the festivities earlier, but again, what do I know? Early runs, yeah, hope so. Welcome. No, and Ronnie, the answer to your question is Iceland. 0-19, yeah, that's crazy. Probably not there, Frederick. Ronnie thought it was funny. Oh man. Yeah, still waiting for this game to start. Anybody have any fun activities going on this week? Anybody have the week off from work? Are you all taking any extra days off of work? Any game plans for the 4th? Like, what's everybody up to? Yeah, it can, Rodney. Unfortunately, that's all you need, Frederick. You just need to hear the fireworks going off, the firecrackers going off in your neighborhood. That's good enough for me. They're going to celebrate the Three Musketeers NYY content creation of the Strike Zone 161. I know that was a typo. River Avenue and the Ace. That's funny. Fantastic Four in the chat. Rodney, Stephen B, Susan, and Desiree. I live by a reservation, so nothing but bombs going off here. I got you, Rodney. I get that. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be live for the Mets game. I might just kick back. I don't know yet. But I might just kick back for the 4th and probably just go hang out with the family. You know what I mean? So it's never a bad thing, Once again, folks, but I appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. Ronnie says there's not going to be a game. Oh yeah, because you were talking about the storms, weren't you? Storms going to hit the East New York area too, huh? Well, it doesn't show that for New York. Like Friday, they're showing a high of 82, Saturday 85, 80, and 89. There's no rain in the forecast. Oh, this is true there, Susan. Oh, the Mets on Bobby. Oh, yeah, today is Bobby Bonilla Day. They're paying him $1 million to stay retired for him to sit on his butt. That's great. All right. Looks like the game should be starting here momentarily. Yeah, the whole stadium's in red. There was a ceremony for Canada Day, and the field's empty. So it looks like I figured that they were going to start the game at 3:30. Man, I wish some team was paying me $1 million, even after retirement per year. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, probably. Dodgers are going to have many Bonilla days. Yeah, they are. They are. Once the contracts are up for these players. All right. Blue Jays are taking the field. Kevin Gausman is your starting pitcher for the Blue Jays. Starting lineup for the Yankees: Paul Goldschmidt, Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judge, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Giancarlo Stanton, Jason Dominguez, Anthony Volpe, J.C. Escada, DJ LeMahieu. Max Fried's your starting pitcher. 3-0 record against the Blue Jays, folks, in his career. So I like our chances today. All right. Kevin Gausman, 6-6, 16 starts, 4.21 ERA, 94 innings pitched. Batters are hitting .218 against him, 90 strikeouts, 25 walks. Let's see how the Yankees bats do against Gausman. But the game will start here momentarily. Jacob Wahlberg, what happened to Rodon? What do you mean? He pitched yesterday. Did something happen? Blue Jays defense. In the outfield, you got Schneider, Straw, Springer. Infield, you got Clement, Jimenez, the other Jimenez. So you got Leo Jimenez and Andres Jimenez, and then Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Alejandro Kirk is your DH. Heineman is your catcher. Jimenez with a J and a Jimenez with a G. And the Blue Jays are all decked out in red today here, folks, for Canada Day. As Paul Goldschmidt will start things off here in the top of the first for the New York Yankees. Goldschmidt's ready to go. Gausman is ready to go. Umpire says play ball, and here we go. First pitch from Gausman is ball one, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strike here to Paul Goldschmidt. Kind of interesting that he's leading off against Gausman here. Usually he leads off against lefty pitching. Here's the 1-0 pitch. As Goldschmidt fouls that back, it's 1-1. One ball, one strike here to Paul Goldschmidt as Gausman sets here on the 1-1. The pitch. And that is ripped to left field. And Goldschmidt starts things off with a single. Yankees get their man on the board, on the base. And now that'll bring up Cody Bellinger. The hot hitting Cody Bellinger. So Yankees have an opportunity to get on the board. Let's see what they can do. With Goldschmidt at first base, Bellinger will be coming to the plate. And the first pitch is inside, ball one, 1-0. Bellinger had a great May, had a great June. He was one of the bright spots in June as far as bats are concerned. Let's see what he does in July. Here's the 1-0. And Bellinger hits that ball to center field, and the play is made. For out number 1, Bellinger gave that one a ride, but Miles Straw was able to make the play. So 1 away, and that'll bring up the captain, Aaron Judge, to the plate. I play fantasy football, so Judge's numbers against Gossman, fantastic. 341, 6 homers, 1310 OPS in 52 plate appearances. Let's see if they intentionally walk him here. They will intentionally walk him twice last night. First pitch, 1-0. One ball, no strike here to the captain. As Gossman sets here on the 1-0. Here's the pitch. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes here. 1 out. Goldschmidt at first base. As Gossman sets here on the 2-0. And the pitch. 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes now to the captain. Three balls, no strikes. As Gossman sets. Here's the 3-0. 3-1. I'm in that inside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Aaron Judge. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is waiting on deck. Packed day at the stadium for Canada Day. And the 3-1. And that is ball 4. Judge draws a walk. So Goldschmidt at second, Judge at first. That brings up the hot hitting Jazz Chisholm Jr. Doug Eddings is your home plate umpire. They say he is pitcher friendly, more strikes up and down, more outside strikes. 28th season as an umpire in Major League Baseball. And now we have Jazz Chisholm Jr. So big opportunity here for Chisholm to try and drive in a couple of runs. As Goldschmidt and Judge take their leads. Gossman sets. First pitch. 0-1. The 0-1. Jazz pops that up in the infield, and it looks like Jimenez is going to make that play for out number 2. And that'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton to the plate. So 2-way here in the top of the first. Let's see if Giancarlo could keep this inning alive. All right, and here we go. Giancarlo Stanton's at the plate. Gossman is ready to go. As he looks back at Goldschmidt. And the first pitch, 1-0. Gossman sets on the 1-0. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes now to Giancarlo Stanton. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Yankees trying to get on the board as Gossman sets here on the 2-0. And the pitch. 3-0 now to Giancarlo. 3 balls, no strikes. Can the Yankees get on the board? Gossman sets here on the 3-0. And the pitch. That's called a strike. I thought it was ball 4, but it's 3-1 now. We got the Martian waiting on deck. The 3-1. Full count. That'll free the runners. So Judge and Goldschmidt will get a head start. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's a full count, 2 outs. Big pitch coming up. Here's the payoff. Ball 4, bases loaded with 2 outs for Jason Dominguez. So let's see what Dominguez can do. What's up, Ronald? "84 degrees in Toronto. Feels like it's 93. It's like a hot day out there. So let's see what Dominguez does with the bases loaded. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Big opportunity here for the Martian to really come through. Is he going to be able to? As Gossman sets. First pitch. Fouled away, 0-1. Career versus Yankees for Gossman. He's 10-10, 3.88 ERA. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here to Jason Dominguez. We have 2 outs with the bases loaded as Gossman sets here on the 0-2. Here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt, 1-2. Anthony Volpe is waiting on deck for the Yankees. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Dominguez as Gossman sets the 1-2. And there's a grounder. That gets through for a base hit. That'll score 1 run. That should score 2 runs right there. And the Yankees are on the board with a 2-0 lead with a 2 RBI single by Jason Dominguez. Let's go. Yankees just like that on the board, taking advantage right here. And that'll bring up Anthony Volpe to the plate. They got runners on first and second. So great job by the Martian to come through. That's how these boys need to hit. Doesn't always have to be the home run ball. Doesn't have to. Don't have to send it to the moon. Just get the hit. Score some runs. Let's go. Yankees just like that. 2-0. Volpe takes strike 1. 0-1 to Anthony Volpe. The 0-1. 1-1 now to the Yankee shortstop. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Can the Yankees keep this little rally going? Here's the pitch. Volpe pops it up, and it looks like the play will be made for out number 3 by Straw. But the Yankees do get 2, and they are leading this game 2-0 going into the bottom of the first. So a nice little start there for the Yankees, and the bottom of the first will be coming up. We are in a commercial break. Thank you for the kind words there, Jacob Wahlberg. I know you're joining us from X. If you don't mind, man, go to my homepage, hit that YouTube link, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you. And he says, what changes would I make? Honestly, what changes would I make? Improve the bullpen. If you're asking specifically about the deadline, as of right now, you got to make some improvements to the bullpen. Yankees need to go get a couple of bullpen arms, and then they need to get a righty bat find a third baseman that's a righty bat. Suarez is that guy for me, but I know there's going to be several teams probably trying to pursue him. I don't know what the asking price is going to be. What's up, Ronald? How we doing? I'm just kind of checking the comments here. I see the Volpe comments. That's funny. All right. Well, let me take that off the screen for a minute. All right, Max Fried is warming up. 10-2 record, 17 starts, 1.92 ERA, 108 innings pitched, 104 strikeouts. Batters are hitting .204 against him. 21 walks. He's only given up 7 home runs. All right, we'll get back to the game here. I got the game cast up. Just wanted to leave it down so I don't want to get hit with some copyright or anything like that. All right, and here we have Ernie Clement leading things off, and he takes ball 1. 1-0 to Ernie Clement. As Fried sets on to 1-0. The pitch. 1-1. One ball, one strike here to Clement. As Fried sets on to 1-1. Here's the pitch. Foul back, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes here to Clement. Let's see if Fried could get his first strikeout here. As he sets the 1-2. That is a grounder hit to DJ. Fields it, throws it to first for out number 1. 1 away here, and that'll bring up George Springer. So Yankees defense, Dominguez, Bellinger, Judge. In the outfield, infield, you have Jazz, Volpe, DJ, Goldschmidt. Escada is at the dish. Giancarlo is DHing. And we have George Springer at the plate. First pitch, ball 1. Fried sets on the 1-0. And the pitch is grounded foul. One. Here's the pitch. 2-1 to George Springer. Two balls, 1 strike here in the bottom of the first. Yankees have a 2-0 lead with 1 out. As Fried sets here on the 2-1, and the pitch is ball 3. Sure, Fried thought it was a strike. Umpire said no. 3 balls, 1 strike now to George Springer. As Fried sets on the 3-1. The pitch. And it is a walk to Springer. And that'll bring up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to the plate. So George Springer will take first base with 1 out. What's up, Montauk? And first pitch to Guerrero Jr. is ball 1, 1-0. And Fried sets on the 1-0. And the pitch is a little blooper right to DJ. He makes the play for out number 2. 2 down, and that'll bring up Alejandro Kirk to the plate. So we got 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Runner on first. First pitch. Strike 1. 0-1 here to Kirk. Fried sets on the 0-1. And the pitch. Foul back, 0-2. Let's play that 2-strike horn. Strikes 2 out. First. Fried gets first strike out of the game. Fried sets. Looks over at first. As Springer gets back to first base. Let's see if Fried picks anybody off today. I made a prediction earlier that he'll pick off one. He'll pick off one runner. The 0-2 is high. Ball 1. 1-2 now. "35 career pickoffs, most since 2017 amongst pitchers." All right, looks like Kirk calls time. 1 ball, 2 strikes still to Alejandro Kirk. You got that right, Susan. As Fried sets. The 1-2 is fouled away. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two nothing Yankees. 1-2, 2 outs. Fried sets. The pitch is grounded. Oh, nice play by Goldschmidt as he steps on the bag for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Top of the second coming up. And due up will be the 8-9-1 batters. So it'll be Escada, LeMahieu, and Goldschmidt here, folks. So let's see what the Yankees bats can do here in the top of the second. They're up 2-0. Let's see if they can make that lead even bigger. What up, Antonio? What's going on, Antonio? And accidentally, the microphone was muted. Someone asked what that noise. I responded to wet whale noise. I'm getting you trouble at work, Sunil. Oh, that's great. That's great. Volpe bat 9th. We could have gotten 3-0. Yeah, maybe. Might be time to bat Volpe 9th, man. You know, it might be that time. I think he'll do better down there, batting 9th. I think so, at least. I don't know. But top of the second coming up. We're in a commercial break. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, no doubt. But Volpe will do better in the minors. Well, till they have somebody come up and take his place. It's like I was saying, you know, sure, you could put Peraza in there. Peraza is a good defender, absolutely, but he's not a better hitter than Volpe. What's up, Sean? How are you, dude? What's going on, man? Are you at work, Sean? How are you today? I'm doing good. SeaWorld in San Antonio. Yeah. All right. We're back to the game here. JC Escada will lead things off. He takes ball 1-0 to Escada. As Gossman sets on the 1-0. And the pitch. 1-1. Yankees scored on a single by the Martian. It was a 2 RBI single in the first inning. The 1-1. 1-2. That pitch looked a little off the strike zone, but umpire said that was strike 2. Definitely did not look like a strike. But it's 1 ball, 2 strikes here to JC Escada. DJ LeMahieu is waiting on deck. The 1-2. 2-2. I thought he was going to call that one a strike as well. That's what I'm saying. Peraza's no improvement over Volpe. The 2-2. Full count. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Escada. Let's see if he's able to get on base for the Yankees. Here's the 3-2. Escada fouls it off, still staying alive. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes to Escada. Here's the pitch. Escada pops it up, but it is out of play. Still 3-2. Escada making Gossman work here. Still a 3-2 count to Escada. Here's the pitch. And there's a grounder hit to the third baseman who throws it over to first and gets him out. So 1 away here in the top of the second. That'll bring up DJ LeMahieu to the plate. Yeah, that was a good at-bat by JC, man. It was. Make Gossman's pitch count go up, battled. I don't mind that. I never mind that. And first pitch to DJ, strike 1, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. 0-2 now to DJ LeMahieu. The 0-2. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. DJ strikes out. That's Gossman's first strikeout of the game. As Goldschmidt comes up to the plate with 2 outs. As he hits a foul ball. It's 0-1 to Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt singled in his first at bat, scored a run. Got things started here. Got things started for the Yankees. Here's the 0-1. As Goldschmidt pops that up to center field. And Straw is right there to make the play. Route number 3, Yankees go down in order. Bottom of the second coming up. DJ Love retirement home. Oh, man. The nicknames are entertaining. It's funny to me. But bottom of the second coming up. Yankees still have the lead 2-0. And Schneider. Let's see. Schneider, Straw, and Jimenez. Andres Jimenez are coming up to bat. Yeah, at least they're making Gossman work. This is very true. Absolutely, Susan. Absolutely. And make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. Greatly appreciate it. How's everybody doing? Well, the bats absolutely need to come around, Sunil. There's no doubt about that. We missed you this morning there, buddy. I had an open panel. I was hoping you would have jumped on. I had Jonathan and Rodney in the chat on the open panel. It's a good time. It was live for like 2 hours, just a little over 2 hours. Now I'm doing a freaking play-by-play, so that's gonna be another 2 or 3 hours. It's gonna be like 5 hours of streaming today. Yeah, there's gonna be like 4 intentional walks for Judge today. Just watch. All right. Beautiful view of Rogers Center out there in Toronto. Max Fried is back on the mound. Davis Schneider will lead things off for the Blue Jays. As Fried sets here against Schneider. First pitch. 0-1. Slick curveball. So no balls, 1 strike here to Schneider. As Fried sets here on the 0-1. And the pitch. 1-1. You all still have time to go vote in the poll. Make sure you all go vote in the poll. As Fried sets on the 1-1. The pitch. Oh, Schneider rips that, but it's foul. 1-2 now. Let's see if Fried can get his first strike out of the game. In games following Yankees' loss, Max Fried is 9-1 with a .93 ERA. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. First strike out of the run away here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up Miles Straw to the plate. Struck him out with that curveball. Slick. I understand, Sunil. I understand. We have Miles Straw at the plate. He takes ball 1, 1-0 to Miles Straw. Here's the 1-0. 2-0 now. 2 balls, no strikes to Miles Straw. As Fried sets on the 2-0, the pitch is foul back 2-1. Yeah, .93 in following Yankees loss for Max Fried, 9-1, 15 starts allowing 2 earned runs or fewer, tied for first in Major League Baseball with Garrett Crochet, 10 wins, 1.92 ERA. He's tied for wins in Major League Baseball with Todd Skubal. And there's a grounder hit to Jazz. He fields it, fires, and he gets him out. Straw thought he was safe. Let's see if they try to challenge this. Let's see how close it was. If he did get him out, beautiful play. Are they going to challenge it? Let's see here. Let's check this replay. Yeah, it just gets him out. Yeah, Straw could run, though. He's got some speed. So good job to Jazz. As we have Andres Jimenez at the plate, he takes strike one, 0-1 to Jimenez. As Fried sets on the 0-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Let's see if we can get this game. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Fried sets. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. TC Steals. What's up, TC? What up, man? It's Canada Day in Canada there, TC. It's Canada Day. That's why they're playing an early one today there, sir. The 0-2. Grounded foul. Jimenez still staying alive. I understand, Snell. You're all good, dude. As Fried sets on the 0-2. The pitch. Ball in the dirt, 1-2. You and everybody else there, TC. As Fried sets on the 1-2. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder. Fried fields it, tosses it to Goldschmidt for out number 3, and we're going to the top of the third. 1-2-3 inning for Max Fried. And the Yankees will come up to bat in the top of the third. Bellinger, Judge, and Chisholm will be due up. Hot Canadian chicken parm, never heard of it. Yeah, 2-0. I agree. They got to get some more runs. I don't feel comfortable with 2-0. I'm happy that they're winning. Don't get me wrong, but they need to get more than 2. You know, definitely need to get more than 2 runs. I'm loving this stuff about Volpe. It's all entertaining to me. Oh man, we all need to laugh a little bit, especially these days. Oh my god. I'm just laughing at the comments, but hopefully you're all having a great day. I don't know what you missed or what you saw, but you know the Yankees are up 2-0. They put up 2 runs in the first. Yankees still winning. Top of the third coming up there. Desiree, join us back in the chat as she makes her way back home. Please make it safely. All right, we're back to the game. And here we have Cody Bellinger at the plate. He's 0-1 as he swings and misses on the first pitch. 0-1 to Bellinger. He's 0-1 in today's game. As Gossman sets here on the 0-1. The pitch. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bellinger. And the 1-1. Bellinger hits a grounder right to Vlad Guerrero Jr. He tosses it to Gossman for out number 1. And that'll bring up the captain to the plate. That'll bring up Aaron Judge. Yankees 10-13 against the AL East so far this season. 38-22 3 against the rest of Major League Baseball. The numbers certainly need to improve against the division rivals. Here we have Aaron Judge at the plate. He drew a walk in his first at-bat. Let's see what he does in his second at-bat. First pitch. Ball 1, 1-0. Yankees are leading the Rays by a game and a half, but Blue Jays are not too far behind. They're trailing by 2 games. Here's the 1-0. And Judge hits that ball into the gap. And that'll drop. That'll go to the wall. That should at least be a double. And it is a 1-out double for the captain. Let's go. And that'll bring up Jazz Chisholm Jr. to the plate. Nice piece of hitting there by Aaron Judge. Likely going on the IL there, TC. I'll get my own nuggets there, Frederick. Don't worry about it. And first pitch, swing and a miss. And besides, Frederick, you're a growing boy. You need those nuggets. No balls, 1 strike here to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Runner on second. As Gossman sets here on the 0-1. Here's the pitch. 0-2. All good, Stephen B. All good. What happened to Jazz? Oh. The catcher, Heineman, threw the ball and hit Jazz's hand. It bounced off of Jazz's hand. Jeez, learn how to throw. As Gossman sets here on the 0-2. And the pitch. Foul. Still 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes still to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Aaron Judge is on second base. The 0-2, 1-2, ball in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes here to Jazz Chisholm Jr. As Gossman sets here on the 1-2. And the pitch. Jazz grounds it foul. Still staying alive. Still 1-2. Showing an old video of O'Neal getting the helmet knocked off. Oh, 2-2 now. Gossman did not agree with that call. That was close. Blue Jays manager pick. He looks kind of pissed off. Let's see it. Yeah, Jazz might have gotten away with that one. He might have gotten lucky. But it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah. I'm not going to say nothing. Oh, man. Gossman sets here against Jazz. The 2-2. Full count. And Judge runs back to second as Heineman. Yeah, Judge was just off the bag, but he gets back to second. Heineman throws over there to second to try and get Judge out, but No chance. Full count here to Jazz Chisholm. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. So runners on first and second for Giancarlo Stanton. Giancarlo Stanton drew a walk in his first at-bat. Here comes the pitching coach for the Blue Jays to talk with Gausman to try and settle him down. Yeah, you're right about that, Walken. All right, let's see what Stanton does with runners on first and second. Yankees have a 2-0 lead. They have an opportunity to add some more runs to the board here. All right. Let's see what happens here. Giancarlo at the plate. He drew a walk in his first at bat as Gausman will set here against Giancarlo. First pitch, strike 1, 0-1 to Giancarlo. As Gausman sets here on the 0-1, takes a look at Judge. Here's the pitch. Giancarlo fouls that one off. It is 1 ball, 1 strike now, or 0-2 now. Sorry, no balls, 2 strikes to Giancarlo. As Gausman sets on the 0-2, here's the pitch. 1-2, ball in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Giancarlo Stanton strikes out swinging for out number 2, and that'll bring up Jason Dominguez to the plate. So second strikeout of the game for Gausman. It was a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. So last time Dominguez was up, he got the Yankees on the board with a 2-run single. Let's see if he can do it again. But it was the bases loaded. So let's see what Dominguez does here in the second at bat. And first pitch, Dominguez fouls it off, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here to Dominguez as Gausman sets on the 0-1. Here's the pitch, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Dominguez. The 1-1. And Dominguez lines out to Andres Jimenez for out number 3. Yankees leave a couple of runners stranded. And it's still a 2-0 game going into the bottom of the third. Well, let's see what Max Fried does in the third inning. Heineman, Leo Jimenez, and Ernie Clement coming up for the Blue Jays. We'll see what the Yankees bats or what Max Fried does here in the bottom of the third. But I do appreciate you all tuning in this afternoon. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. How's everybody doing on this Tuesday? How's everybody feeling? What's up? What's up? How do we not hit a 96-mile-per-hour fastball? It's not that easy. I couldn't hit a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Are you kidding me? Yeah, a lot of the Canadians are better than you there, Petruzzi. So, okay, Petruzzi wants to get his wrench taken away. All right. Yeah, well, neither am I. It's not always that easy, bro. I know these guys get paid. All right. And Henneman at the plate. He takes strike one. 0-1 to Henneman. As he calls time. And the 0-1. 1-1. One ball, one strike here to Henneman. As Fried sets on the 1-1. The pitch is popped up. And it looks like Bellinger is running back. He makes the play. One away here in the bottom of the third, and that'll bring up Leo Jimenez to the plate. First pitch. Oh, almost hit him. 1-0. As Fried sets here on the 1-0. The pitch. That is called a strike. 1-1. One ball, one strike here to Jimenez. Ernie Clement is waiting on deck. As Fried sets on the 1-1. The pitch. 1-2. One ball, two strikes here to Jimenez. Fried sets on the 1-2. The pitch. Fouled away. Still 1-2. Let's see if Fried could get his second strike out of the game. Fried sets on the 1-2. The pitch. That is hit to right field. Judge is right there to make the play for out number 2. And that'll bring up Ernie Clement to the plate. So they're saying Trent Grisham went through pregame workout today. He could avoid the IL stint, even though there was reports saying that he's likely going on the IL. But he could go on the IL stint. This was just reported right now live. So we'll see what happens as Clement takes ball 1, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. 1-1. One ball, one strike here to Ernie Clement. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. The 1-1. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Clement. We have 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. As Fried sets on the 2-1, the pitch is 2-2. Let's play that 2-strike horn. Fried looking for his second strikeout of the game. He sets here against Clement. The 2-2. Fouled away. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Yankees have a 2-0 lead in today's game. As Fried sets the 2-2. Grounded foul. Clement staying alive. Still a 2-2 count here. Fried sets the 2-2. Grounded, fielded by Jazz. Fires to first for out number 3. And that'll do it. In the third, we're going to the top of the fourth. Yankees still have a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the order coming up. Volpe, Escada, LeMahieu. 7, 8, 9 batters coming up. We're in a commercial break. Yeah, well, Brian, they already said Brian De La Cruz is the guy that they're going to call up. Yeah, we all know Stanton doesn't wake up until October. When October comes around, he's just like, okay, time for me to show these boys what's up, man. But how we doing today? How we doing? What's going on? Everybody staying cool? I know I'm inside my house. The central air is on. The central air is definitely on. I haven't even stepped outside yet today. But hopefully the bottom of the order can get something going in the top of the fourth. Yankees definitely need to put up some more runs. So far, they have left 4 men on base, and they're 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. So we'll see what they do in the top of the fourth. Internet's been fine, Sunil. I mean, what's up, Yasin? My thought on the July 4th hats? Don't care. My internet's been fine. I get that little Wi-Fi emoji that pops up and says, your internet connection's fairly good, but it doesn't seem like there's any issues, though. I don't get those all the time. But we're back to the game here. Anthony Volpe will lead things off here in the top of the fourth as Gausman sets here against Volpe. First pitch, strike 1. It is 0-1 to Anthony Volpe as Gausman sets the 0-1. Volpe takes ball 1, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Volpe is 0 for 1 in today's game. The 1-1, 2-1. The 2-1. 2-2, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Anthony Volpe. Count is even. Two balls, 2 strikes here to Volpe. Let's see if he can get things started with either a walk or a hit or a home run. The 2-2. Full count. JC Escada is waiting on deck for the Yankees. The 3-2. Volpe hits a grounder, but it is foul. Still staying alive. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes to Anthony Volpe. The 3-2. Volpe pops it up. Foul territory. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. makes the play for out number 1. And that'll bring up JC Escada to the plate. All right, JC Escada is 0 for 1. Let's see what he does in his second at bat. He takes strike 1. Gossman sets. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. The Yankees have a 2-0 lead. As Gossman sets here on the 0-2. Here's the pitch. As Escada pops that up in the infield, and who's going to make the play? Clement makes the play for out number 2. And that'll bring up DJ LeMahieu to the plate, who is 0 for 1 in today's game. All right, Gossman will set here against LeMahieu. First pitch. DJ takes ball 1. 1-0. One ball, no strike here to DJ as Gossman sets. Here's the pitch. And there's a single there for DJ. He keeps it alive here in the top of the 4th. A 2-out single for DJ LeMahieu. And that'll bring up Paul Goldschmidt to the plate. So DJ is at first base. Paul Goldschmidt at the plate. He is 1 for 2 in today's game. So let's see if Goldschmidt can keep this inning alive with DJ at first base. Gossman sets. First pitch. Fouls it off. 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike here to Paul Goldschmidt. As Gossman sets here on the 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here to Goldschmidt as Gossman sets on the 0-2. The pitch is foul back, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Cody Bellinger is waiting on deck for the Yankees. As Gossman sets here on the 0-2, the pitch is low for ball 1, 1-2. Gossman already at 75 pitches. Here's the 1-2. And that is a line drive to left field. And that'll go to the corner. And DJ will stop at third. And it is a 2-out double for Paul Goldschmidt, keeping this inning alive. And that's going to bring up Cody Bellinger to the plate. Nice piece of hitting there by Paul Goldschmidt. So we got runners on second and third. Bellinger's at the plate with 2 outs. Yankees have an opportunity here to add some runs to the board. As Bellinger swings and misses on the first pitch, it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As Bellinger steps back into the batter's box, Gausman will step on the mound. The 0-1. Fouled off, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Bellinger is 0 for 2 in today's game. As Gausman sets here on the 0-2. Here's the pitch, 1-2. Gausman looks at Goldschmidt. Here's the 1-2. Bellinger fouls it off. Still 1-2. Aaron Judge is waiting on deck for the Yankees. DJ at third. Goldschmidt at second. Here's the 1-2. Ball in the dirt. 2-2. Count is even. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. As Gausman sets, here's the 2-2. As Bellinger pops that up to center field, Straw makes the catch at the warning track. Yankees leave a couple of runners on. And we're going to the bottom of the fourth. The Yankees still have a 2-0 lead. Springer, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Alejandro Kirk due up. So Yankees have left 6 men on base, and they are 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Back to regular program. Yeah. But commercial break right now. Game will resume here momentarily. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. Share this channel out with everybody you know. What's up, Sco? He says, at least y'all are up. Yeah, right? They need to add some more runs, though. And still a chance to vote on the poll. 24 votes, and 67% of you said that Judge will hit the first home run for the Yankees. Top fans in the chat, we got Sunil, Susan, and Welkin as your top 3. Volpe actively hurts this lineup. Yeah, I mean, listen, I know for as bad as he's playing, I'm sure he's sick of it. But hey, you know, it's like you got to figure this out, man. But when is he going to figure it out? All right, we are back to the game. Fried is back on the mound. Springer drew a walk in his first at bat. He leads things off here in the bottom of the fourth. He takes ball one. It is Canada Day, hence the reason why the game is early today. As Fried sets on a 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. No doubt, Welkin. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Springer. As Fried sets the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Let's see if Fried can get his second strikeout of the game. The 1-2. Did he go? He did not. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to George Springer. Fried sets the 2-2. Foul ball. Still 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes here to Springer as Fried sets. Here's the 2-2. And that is hit into left field. And that ball is gone. A solo home run by George Springer. And just like that, the Blue Jays are on the board. The Yankees now lead 2-1 on that was a solo home run by George Springer. Springer, 100.3 extra below. And that'll bring up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to the plate with nobody out. First pitch to Guerrero is 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And that is line drive to right field. Judge makes the play for out number 1. And that'll bring up Alejandro Kirk to the plate. One 1-0 here to Alejandro Kirk. He is 0 for 1 in today's game as Fried sets. Here's the 1-0. 2-0. Fried sets on the 2-0. Here's the pitch. 2-1 now. Fouls off that pitch. Second home run allowed off the curveball this season. Fried. So 2 balls, 1 strike here, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. The 2-1. Kirk pops that up in foul territory. Escada is right there. He makes the play for out number 2. And that'll bring up Davis Schneider to the plate. Schneider is 0 for 1. He struck out in his first at bat. First pitch, ball 1 to Schneider. Probably. Walking, probably. Here's the 1-0. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Schneider. As Schneider steps back into the batter's box, Fried sets here on the 1-1. Here's the pitch. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Davis Schneider. The 2-1. 2-2. Let's play that 2-strike horn. Right. Wow. Strike out. Fried sets. The 2-2. Did he go? No, he did not. First base umpire said it is a full count now. Miles Straw is waiting on deck. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Davis Schneider. Let's see if he's able to keep this inning alive. Fried sets on the 3-2. Payoff pitch. It is a grounder. Jazz fields it. Fires to first. Got Goldschmidt off the back. Schneider will safely make it. Let's see the replay here. Yeah, the throw was off. Let's see how they rule that. They rule that as a single. Well, the inning is alive, and that'll bring up Miles Straw to the plate. So the official scoring is a hit. And the first pitch to Straw is ball 1, 1-0. As Fried sets on the 1-0. And the pitch. Does he go? First base umpire says no. 2 balls, no strikes now to Miles Straw. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. So a tying run on first base right now. 2 balls, no strikes to Miles Straw. And the pitch. 3-0. Andres Jimenez is on deck. The 3-0. 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first. Fried sets. Throws over to first. Schneider back at first base. It is still a 3-1 count here to Straw. Three 3-1. Ball 4. Inning is still alive. That'll bring up Andres Jimenez to the plate. So we got runners on first and second. Tying run at second base. All right, Matt Blake is coming out to talk with Fried. I just try and settle him down here. Glad you made it home safe there, Desiree. Oh, I hope he can get himself out of this jam here, people. All right, back to the game. Game will resume. Runners on first and second. Jimenez at the plate. He's 0 for 1. He takes ball 1. So Fried already at 69 pitches in today's game. The 1-0. That is hit into center field. Bellinger running back. And that is a 3-run home run given up by Max Fried. And Jimenez with a 3-run home run. Oh, my God. And the Blue Jays take a 4-2 lead here. 5th home run of the season. Holy smokes. Got to play this. Yeah, not exactly a great inning here for Max Fried. And we have Tyler Heineman at the plate. He takes strike 1. Yeah, it was just a pitch just left over the plate. Good pitch for Jimenez to hit. Took advantage. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Mike, good morning. Let's see. Judge is running after the ball. It is. Whoa, did he? Oh, it's a foul ball. He jumped into the net. The 0-2. Whoa. Goes to the backstop. 1-2 now. I hate to say it, but this started on a bad throw from Jazz. 4 earned runs today, second most this season by Fried. Last time was against the Dodgers. 2-2 now. Not what we wanted to see here, people. Yeah, Jazz is not a third baseman. They need to move him back to second. Here's the 2-2. And that is hit to center field. Bellinger runs up to make the play, and that'll do it. But the Blue Jays put up 4. It's now a 4-2 game. Top of the 5th coming up for the Yankees. Judge, Jazz, and Giancarlo coming up. And we are in a commercial break. I will take a small break myself. I will be right back. All right, we are back to the game. Judge will lead things off here in the top of the fifth. He's 1 for 1 today as he takes strike one. It is 0-1 to Aaron Judge. The 0-1 as Judge fouls it off of Heineman, it looks like. Says he's giving thumbs up. He says he's okay. 0-2 now. No balls, 2 strikes here to Aaron Judge. Yankees are now down 4-2 after having a 2-0 lead earlier. That was cut down to 1. It's now a 4-2 game. As Judge calls time here, he will step back into the batter's box. It is 0-2 to the captain. As Gossman sets here on the 0-2. Here's the pitch. And Judge, line drive. Oh, passes the shortstop Jimenez. As Judge gets things started here with a single. And that'll bring up Jazz Chisholm Jr. It is Jazz Chisholm Jr. at the plate. He is 0 for 1 in today's game. He takes ball 1. Jazz Chisholm 0 for 1 with a walk in today's game so far. The 1-0. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes here to Jazz. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now to Jazz Chisholm Jr. So 3 balls, no strikes. Runner on first, top of the 5th. Here's the 3-0. And Jazz rips that, but it's foul, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Got Giancarlo Stanton waiting on deck for the Yankees. Jazz calls time. Three balls, 1 strike here. Jazz is ready to go. Gossman is ready to go. The 3-1. Jazz fouls it off. 3-2, full count. Judge takes his lead at first base. As Gossman sets here on the 3-2. Throws over to first to check on Judge. Judge safely makes it back. And Fisher is warming up in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. Gossman at 90 pitches. Here's the 3-2. And Jazz grounds it. Foul. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Judge will take his lead there at first. Gossman sets the 3-2. Ball 4. So runners on first and second for Giancarlo Stanton, who was 0 for 1 in today's game with a walk. So big opportunity here for Giancarlo Stanton to try and make something happen here. Still nobody out. Judge at second, Jazz at first. Giancarlo at the plate as Gossman sets first pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Gossman sets on the 0-1. And the pitch. Another swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Now to Giancarlo Stanton. The 0-2. 1-2. Blocked by Heineman. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gossman sets on a 1-2. The pitch is swing and a miss, and Stanton strikes out for the second time today. So he is 0 for 2, and that'll bring up the Martian to the plate. Dominguez, last 6 games, 455 batting average, 2 extra base hits, 2 RBIs. He got the 2 runs in the first inning. Let's see what he can do here with runners on first and second. First pitch. Dominguez pops that one up to center field, and looks like Miles Straw will make the play. Judge will tag up, and he will go to third. So we got runners on first and third now, and that brings up Anthony Volpe to the plate. He is 0 for 2 in today's game. Yankees not making it happen here with runners in scoring position. So it is on Volpe to keep this inning alive. First pitch, 1-0. So we got runners on the corners with 2 outs. Yankees trailing in this game 4-2. It's on Volpe to keep this inning alive. The 1-0. And there's a grounder, hit to Clement. He fields it, fires to first for out number 3. Yankees leave a couple of runners stranded. And now that takes us to the bottom of the 5th. Yankees are still down 4-2. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. That leaves 8 men left on base, 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. What is it with this team and not being able to score at runners in scoring position? They have the good at-bats to get the hits, to get the walks. They just can't seem to execute with runners in scoring position. What the hell? What is going on here? It's ridiculous. Oh, my God. It's getting old. It really is. Yeah, Kiku. Yeah, when met up on base. Well, maybe he doesn't turn on the panic switch, but that's on him, man. That's him. I got nothing to say. But oh man. Not what we wanted to see. And I was all amped up about the 2-0 lead, but I'm just like, all right, we got to get some more runs after that. And, they could have had more runs. They could have still had the lead, but hot dog again. Yeah. But Yankees still trailing this game 4-2. Name that. Yanks 68 wins, 3.83 ERA, 21 saves. Played for the Red Sox 92-94, Phillies 94-95, Blue Jays 96-01, 02-03 for the Dodgers, 04-05 for the Yankees. I think it said 05 Padres. I didn't catch that last one. 05 for the Padres, 05 for the Marlins. 68 wins, 3.83 ERA, 21 saves. Jimenez is at the plate. It is 1-1. He is 0 for 1 in today's game. Let me pull up the game cast back up. Sorry about that. One and two now. Fried sets on a 1-2. 2-2. Fried sets. The 2-2. Full count. We got Sandlin warming up in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. As Fried sets on the 3-2, the pitch is hit to right field. Judge is right there to make the play. One away. And that'll bring up Ernie Clement to the plate. So we're back to the top of the lineup for the Blue Jays. Tom Flash Gordon might be Sunil. We'll find out the answer. First pitch to Clement. Clement hits that ball to left field. Dominguez with the play. Nice job to Dominguez for the catch. Two-way now. And that'll bring up George Springer to the plate. All right, George Springer 1 for 1 with a walk and a solo home run. Got the first run of the game for the Blue Jays. He has a 1-0 count against him. And it's a grounder hit to Jazz. Bobbles it, picks it up, throws it to first, still gets the out. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Max Fried. And top of the sixth coming up here, folks. Top of the sixth coming up. What up, Infernus? What's up, my man? How's it going, dude? What up, Infernus? How's life, dude? What's going on, dude? But it's still a 4-2 game. Top of the sixth coming up. Ascara, LeMahieu, and Goldschmidt are due up. We got a troll. New York Mets rained out on Bobby Bonilla Day. Even got oh, man. Man, getting rained out on Bobby Bonilla Day. That is crazy. And Bobby Bonilla getting paid on the rain. That's crazy. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Shout out to the folks in the chat. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, snap. Desiree in first, Sunil in second, Susan in third. Those are your top 3 fans of the chat. What up, Dev? Game should resume here momentarily. Patty versus Taporia in Furnace. I think Taporia is going to win. That's what I think. I'm not taking anything away from Patty. Don't get me wrong, but I think Taporia is going to win that fight. Willie Abreu had an inside the park home run and a grand slam last night. 6th player all time for the Red. That's crazy. Well, Nick Sandlin is in the game. He'll be taking over for Gossman. Ascar will start things off. He's 0 for 2. He takes strike 1. Sandlin sets on the 0-1. The pitch. Ascar fouls it back. 0-2. So 0-2 pitch to Ascar as Sandlin sets here on the 0-2. Here's the pitch. 1-2. Sandlin sets. The 1-2. 2-2. The 2-2. Wow, Scar called out on strikes. He did not like that call, but got him on that outside corner. Boone was not happy with that call either, as he's saying something to the home plate umpire. Let's see the pitch here, the replay. Slightly off the strike zone, slightly off, but I guess in the umpire's eyes was too close to call it a ball. But here we have DJ LeMahieu, who is 1 for 2 in today's game, as he hits a chopper, and that gets through. It's in center field. He gets on there with a 1-out single. DJ LeMahieu, 2 for 3 in today's game. And that'll bring up Paul Goldschmidt to the plate. Goldschmidt is 2 for 3 in today's game. As Sandlin sets against Goldschmidt. First pitch. Strike 1. So Goldschmidt with a single double. He also scored a run. Sandlin sets the 0-1. And there's a grounder. This could be 2. There's 1. And there's 2. There's a double play right there. And that'll end the inning. An inning-ending double play. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Well, there's my one double play prediction. Bottom of the 6th coming up. We're in a commercial break. God. Nightmare continues for the Bats. So Fried will probably be back on the mound. He's going to face Guerrero Jr., Alejandro Kirk, and Davis Schneider. Yeah, they're still down 4-2. Sometimes I just don't get it, people. I just don't get it with these bats. So, Yankees bats, yep. 8 men left on base, 1 for 9, with runners in scoring position. Yeah, we are. Yeah, Welkin says we aren't coming back. I mean, it's when they're down 2, even when they're down 2 runs, they have like such a hard time coming back. They just can't get anything going. Yeah, down 2 is basically, yeah, it feels like they're down by 10 runs. They're not, but it feels like they're down by 10 runs. But the game should resume here shortly. Fried is back on the mound. Guerrero Jr. 0 for 2. He hits a grounder. Jazz fields it, fires to first, gets the out number 1. Good job to Jazz, and that'll bring up Alejandro Kirk to the plate. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll bring up Alejandro Kirk, who's 0 for 2 in today's game. As Kirk takes strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here to Kirk. Here's the 0-2. 1-2. The 1-2. Line drive, foul ball, still 1-2. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Kirk. As Fried sets. Here's the pitch. Fouled away, still 1-2. The 1-2. Fly ball, right field. Is it playable for Judge? No, it is out of play. Fried sets on the 1-2. The pitch. Misses on that, 2-2. Fried sets the 2-2. Full count. Schneider is waiting on deck. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Kirk. It's a full count. As Fried sets on the 3-2, the pitch is Hit to Jazz as he fields it, throws it to first for out number 2. 2 down. And that'll bring up David Schneider to the plate. First pitch, 0-1. Yeah, Fried, most of his pitches came in the 4th inning with 31. Other than that, I mean, his other pitch count in the other innings were really good. That 4th inning, though, really destroyed him. As Schneider fouls off that pitch, it's 0-2. Let's play that 2-strike horn. Bartlett. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Fried sets. The pitch. Did he go? He did not. First base umpire said it's 1-2 now. Rodney, 100%. Fried sets on the 1-2. The pitch. Got him with that curveball. He struck him out. Number 3. And we're going to the top of the 7th here. Yankees still trailing 4-2. So good job to Fried. It's probably his final. Should be his final inning there. He's at, checking his pitch count here. He's at 99 pitches. So yeah, he's done for the day. Yeah, Fried's outing was 6 innings, gave up 3 hits on 4 runs, couple of walks, couple of strikeouts. I mean, not a great outing, not a strong outing, but I'm not trying to blame him too much, because there was that bad throw by Jazz that kept that inning alive in the 4th, and the Blue Jays were able to take advantage. So, for the top of the 7th are coming up. The Yankees need to do something. They need to do something. But Bellinger, Judge, and Chisholm are due up. So, Bellinger, unfortunately, has not done much today. He is 0 for 3. Judge is, 2 for 2 with a walk. Jazz Chisholm 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. So, and tomorrow's game is on Prime. Haha. Yeah, for real, Cruz. It never fails, man. It never fails. But we're back to the game. Justin Bruihl. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I apologize. Is on the mound for the Blue Jays. Bellinger leading things off here in the top of the 7th. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. Bellinger with a line drive to right field. And he is on there with a single, starting things off here with a single, trying to get something going here for the Yankees. And here we have Aaron Judge coming to the plate now. Judge is 2 for 2. Let's see what Judge does here. Oh, they're going to intentionally walk him. Big surprise. So the 20th intentional walk for Aaron Judge this season. And that'll bring up Jazz Chisholm Jr. to the plate. Let's hope Jazz can make him pay here. 21st intentional walk. I thought it was 20. But he beat out 2024 already. He'll be at 30 by season's end, probably. All right. Bellinger at second, Judge at first. Chisholm at the plate. First pitch. 0-1 or 1-0. Thought he was going to call that a strike, honestly. But Jazz is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. The 1-0. 2-0. The 2-0. 2-1. Hey, Cold Italian Pizza. How you doing? What's going on, Cold Italian Pizza? Yeah, I know the offense has been atrocious for the Yankees. The 2-0. 2-2 now. Giancarlo Stanton waiting on deck. So Bellinger would have led things off with a single, intentional walk to Judge. We got Jazz at the plate. It's 2-2 against him. The 2-2. Fouled off. 2-2 still to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second. The 2-2. Full count. Here's the 3-2. Jazz hits a grounder. Let's see if they turn 2 here. There's 1. They get Judge out at second. They get the force out at second. Jazz will be at first. We got Bellinger or Jazz at first, Bellinger at third. That'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton, and looks like they're going to make a pitching change. Stanton, Dominguez, Volpe due up. That'll bring in Fisher into the game. All right, we're in a commercial break here. Game will resume momentarily. But we got 1 out when we get back to the game. Yeah. So it's up to Stanton to come through in the clutch now. Yeah, Susan says a strikeout or double play for Stanton. You better be right there, Sunil. If you're not right, I'm taking your wrench away. So let's see what Giancarlo does. Maybe we might see Jazz steal a base here. Braden Fisher is on the mound now for the Blue Jays. First pitch. And there goes Jazz. Oh, Jazz almost got picked off. Yeah, Jazz was running. Then he stopped in his tracks and then got back to first as he safely made it back. That got a little scary there. As Fisher has a long set. Here's the pitch. And it's a grounder. Oh, an error by Clement. He could not come up with the ball. And that pays off for the Yankees. It's now a 4-3 game. Jazz is at third. It's a 4-3 game. Wow, that was a big break there for the Yankees. Susan was almost right with her double play prediction there, but Clement with a costly error that should be ruled as an error, but then again, you never know. That was an interesting little hop there. So tying run on third base, yes, they do rule it as an error on Clement as the Yankees get a run in. And there's a grounder hit to second. Oh, and bounces off of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. It's a tie game. It's a tie game. It's a 4-4 game. Oh, wow. Now things are getting really interesting here. Now we got runners on first and second with Volpe coming to the plate. Yeah, that bounced off of Guerrero's glove as he jumped up for it. So that is back-to-back errors as the Yankees are able to take advantage. So that is ruled an error on Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So the Yankees tied this game up on back-to-back errors from Clement and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I mean, some people will say, "Oh, well, they scored the runs on errors," but hey, you take what you can get. As Volpe hits that to center field, Fry makes the play, or Straw makes the play, and Giancarlo does not tag. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up J.C. Escara to the plate. So quite an interesting inning here. Volpe gave that ball a ride, but Straw was right there. So Volpe now 0 for 4. That's going to bring J.C. Escara to the plate. So Escara is 0 for 3 in today's game. As Escara fouls off the first pitch, it is 0-1. Yeah, I don't want Big G tagging up. Are you kidding? Fisher sets on the 0-1. The pitch. 1-1. The 1-1. Escara pops that one up in foul territory. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. running after the ball, but it is out of play. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now to J.C. Escara. So once again, the Yankees put up 2 runs on errors by Clement and Guerrero Jr. It's a tie game. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, 1 and 2 to J.C. Escara. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Escara strikes out. He's 0 for 4. But bottom of the 7th is here. It is a tie game. Can you believe it? On back-to-back errors, the Yankees take advantage. It's the bottom of the 7th. Get up, stretch, get a snack, get some food, get a drink, come right back. I'll leave you all with some tunes, and I will be right back. All right, we're back to the game. Looks like Mark Leiter Jr. is pitching here in the bottom of the seventh. Miles Straw is starting things off for the Blue Jays. He takes strike one. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and also scored a run in today's game. The game is tied up at 4 as the Yankees tied it up in the top of the seventh on back-to-back errors by Clement and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Luke Weaver warming up in the bullpen for the Yankees. Here's the 1-1, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is hit into right field. Looks like Judge is going to make the play, one away. And that'll bring up Andres Jimenez to the plate, who initially gave the lead for the Blue Jays on a 3-run home run. First pitch, 0-1. Officially 2 hours and 5 minutes into today's game. Game was scheduled at 3:07, but since it was Canada Day, they had the festivities. And there's a line drive to center field as Jimenez is on there with a single. He's 2 for 3, and that'll bring up Tyler Heineman to the plate. Heineman is 0 for 2 in today's game. As Leiter Jr. throws over to first, Jimenez safely makes it back. Jimenez will take his lead at first. Leiter Jr. sets against Heineman. 1-0. It is a 4-4 game. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out, runner on first. As Leiter Jr. sets on a 1-0, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. 3-0 now to Heineman. Leo Jimenez warming up is on deck for the Blue Jays. It's 3 balls, no strikes here to Heineman. As Leiter Jr. sets, here's a 3-0, 3-1. Leiter Jr. sets on the 3-1. The pitch. Throws ball 4. And Jimenez. Oh, well, it's already ball 4, so it doesn't matter. So we got runners on first and second now. All right, runners on first and second, 1 out. And that brings up Leo Jimenez to the plate. Actually, no. Barger is going to be the pinch hitter here. Addison Barger will be pinch hitting here for Leo Jimenez. Looks like Aaron Boone is going to make a pitching change here. All right, that's going to do it for Mark Leiter Jr. Barger, Clement, Springer will be due up. And we're in a commercial break. Man, I really hope they could get out of this inning. Don't want them taking the lead here. Obviously, none of us do, but the Blue Jays take another lead. I don't know if the Yankees are going to be able to come back. This is bad. The commercial break game will resume here momentarily. Luke Weaver will come into the game. So Luke Weaver coming into the bottom of the 7th. Just sucks that Fernando Cruz is not in the game. He's not in the bullpen. He's hurt. So it's unfortunate. Does hurt the bullpen. Yankees absolutely need to address the bullpen at the deadline. They definitely need to get a couple of arms. All right, Luke Weaver's on the mound for the Yankees. First pitch, swing and a miss to Barger. The 0-1, blocked by Escara. Ball was in dirt, 1-1. Weaver sets on the 1-1 to pitch. 1-2. As Barger calls time. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Addison Barger. We have one out here in the bottom of the 7th. Runners on first and second. Here's the 1-2 pitch, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes here as Weaver sets the 2-2. Full count. To a 3-2. Fouled. Three balls, 2 strikes here to Barger as Weaver sets. And the pitch. Struck him out looking. That is out number 2. They're trying to say a scar the bat hit the glove, I think. Let's see. Okay, they're seeing if it's catcher's interference. God, I hope it's that'll be second straight game. Well, it's under review. Yeah, he made contact with the glove, so that is catcher's interference. That's going to load the bases up. Second straight game, a scar with a catcher's interference. Not good. Here we have Ernie Clement. He's 0 for 3 in today's game. So bases are now loaded with 1 out. First pitch, 1-0. The 1-0, 1-1. Frustrating, man. Another back-to-back games where Escar committed a catcher's interference. As Weaver sets on the 1-1. Here's the pitch. Line drive. Volpe could not come up with it. That's going to score a couple of runs. That's going to score 1 run. Never mind. 5-4. Blue Jays retake the lead. You got to be kidding me, man. Yeah, Volpe tried coming up with it. Could not come up with it. They get the 1 run. They take the lead now, 5-4. We'll see how they rule that. They'll probably rule that as a hit, would be my guess. Springer at the plate. He's 1 for 2 in today's game. He takes ball 1. Yeah, they ruled that as a single, which I figured they would. Weaver sets on to 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. So another error that leads to the other team taking advantage. These errors are very costly, people. Very costly. 2-1 now. I know they didn't rule Jazz's throw as an error, but it was ruled as a hit. But still. It's 2 balls, 1 strike here to George Springer. As Weaver sets on the 2-1. Here's the pitch. And Springer hits that ball deep into left field, and it is a grand slam. It is a 9-4 lead. Yeah, you can this game is pretty much going to be over. Unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. You got to be kidding me. This is embarrassing. Wow. Wow. Game over. I mean, I know it ain't officially over, but it's game over. Wow. That one freaking error, man. That catcher's interference, and boom. Boom. There it goes. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Unbelievable. And that brings up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He takes ball 1. Wow, this is disgraceful. The 1-0. 1-1. Ace says throw the whole team away. TC says Yanks might be cooked. I mean, shoot. The 1-1. First base. Goldschmidt will take it himself, step on the bag, finally get the second out, which seemed like forever. Unbelievable. Wow. And that's going to bring up Alejandro Kirk to the plate. All right, Susan. Oh, I know. Yeah, what's up, Egyptian? Oh, they got a very tough stretch. Well, looks like Weaver's day is over. What's up, D's channel? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And it looks like Jeff Hartlib will be taking over pitching duties. He just got called up when they sent Fernando Cruz to the IL. Well, wow, this is a disappointing game. 23 out of 26 teams against 500, and the one team that isn't the Braves. Yeah, the Yankees got their hands full this month, man. I mean, there's some of those series I'm a little worried about. For real, Egyptian. I know this is a crappy game. This is not the game we wanted. This is not the game we expected. But once again, I do appreciate you all tuning in, though. Appreciate the support. Make sure you all hit the subscribe button. If you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. But top fans, Sunil, Desiree, Susan, top 3. Those are your top 3 fans. Size of a beetle bug. I've been good, man. I can't complain, dude. Yeah, it's a 5-run error by Ascara, dude. The one mistake, dude. The one mistake. Every time they make a mistake, it leads to something worse, man. And it's the second straight game where Ascara has a catcher's interference. And Kirk is at the plate. Hartlib is on the mound. Kirk takes strike 1. You know, for all the criticism, I'm telling you, for all the criticisms that Wells gets, I prefer him at the plate. His bat sucks. Wells' bat sucks, but as far as at the plate goes, I know he wouldn't have gone back-to-back games of catcher's interference. I'll say that much right now. His bat is terrible, but him as a catcher, I like him as a catcher. 2-2, swing and a miss by Kirk. Yankees bullpen has been atrocious, garbage, 10.13 ERA in the last 4 games. So the bullpen's been garbage in the last 4 games. The 2-2, and Kirk pops it up, but out of play, foul ball. Well, D's channel, he scolded him in the bullpen yesterday. The camera showed that for the catcher's interference. Let's see if he'll scold him again today. But Wells should be back tomorrow. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Kirk strikes out. Finally, the miserable inning is over. We're going to the top of the 8th. Yeah, we're only down by 5. No big deal. Boone will scold anyone but Volpe. Oh, my God. Size of a beetle bug says, am I 51? Yes, but thank God I was in the prime of my life for 90s dynasty. I feel so bad for this younger generation having to witch it. Yeah, for real, man. I mean, I was a kid during those dynasty years, but I remember them. I definitely remember them. I was about like 12, 13 years old during those years, man. Yeah, no doubt, Egyptian. They got other things to worry about, the younger generation. There's bigger things that they need to worry about. No freaking doubt. But I mean, I know Volpe's been frustrating all of us, but the problem is who do you put in his place? Like that's my question. there's nobody to put right now. I mean, yeah, you could put Peraza, but his bat isn't any better. Yeah, I'm glad I got to witness the dynasty years, man. Those are some fun years. I mean, we could revisit those every time. I mean, they've had clean games with no errors before. Yesterday and today, yeah, not so much. Oh, no scolding on Volpe? Yeah, I get it, dude. But Chad Green is going to come into the game. So we got the 9-1-2 batters coming up in DJ LeMahieu, Paul Goldschmidt, Cody Bellinger. But here we are, top of the 8th. First pitch to DJ, 1-0. He's 2 for 3. So Lucas in left, Clement at short, Green on the mound. Barger takes over at third. So there's been some changes to the Blue Jays defense. 2-0 now to DJ LeMahieu. Here's the 2-0. Boone fouls it off. Boone. Just talking about Boone. Jeez. LeMahieu fouls it off. Oh, my God. They're down by 5 runs. But DJ calls time. Two and two now to DJ LeMahieu. Here's the 2-2. Full count. And DJ will start things off with a walk. Starts the top of the 8th with a walk. That'll bring up Paul Goldschmidt to the plate. He is 2 for 4 in today's game. Oh and 1 to Goldschmidt. What's up there, David? The 0-1. And there's a broken bat. There's 1. And there's 2. There's a double play. I mean, that brings up Cody Bellinger. Oh, my God. Well, him being on your fantasy team, it's paying off. Goldschmidt hits into a double play, second double play of the game for the Yankees. Or they hit into a double play, sorry. And now we got Cody Bellinger at the plate. 1-0. Bellinger is 1 for 4 in today's game. As Bellinger pops it up in foul territory. Yeah, size of a beetle bug. I participate in some fantasy baseball. Bellinger pops it up. Barger is right there. He makes the play. And bottom of the 8th, here we come. Yeah, I'm just at a loss for words, people. They're down, like now they're down 5 runs. Yeah, this game is toast. Game is totally toast. Yeah, DM, it is hard to watch. It's absolutely hard to watch. Yeah, this team is I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I mean they have no choice but to win the next 2 games because if they win, if the Blue Jays win tonight, I mean, it could be one game. They could be one game out of first place, and Nathan Lucas will start things off. He has an 0-1 count against him. Hartlib is back on the mound, and that is grounded foul, 0-2. Jeff Hartlib was called up due to Fernando Cruz's oblique injury. Here's the 0-2, 1-2. The 2-2, full count. Still 3-2 to Lucas. Payoff pitch, and he walks him. A leadoff walk for Lucas. And that'll bring up Miles Straw to the plate. Miles Straw 0 for 2 with a walk and scored in the 4th. He takes strike 1. Hartlip sets on the 0-1. Here's the pitch. 1-1. One ball, one strike here to Miles Straw. First pitch or second pitch, third pitch, 1-2. I'm losing it. Oh my God. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and two now. Count is even. I did not have any feta cheese today. Nah, not today, man. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Out number 1. Nice pitch there by Hartlib. First out of the inning. Now we got Andres Jimenez at the plate. He's 2 for 3 in today's game. First pitch. Ripped foul. 0-1. The 0-1. 1-1. Hartlib sets on the 1-1. The pitch. 2-1. Rodriguez warming up in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. The 2-1. Blocked by Escar. 3-1 now. The 3-1. That is foul. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's a full count to Jimenez. Three-two count. Hartlib throws over to first. Straw makes it back. Payoff pitch. Runner goes. Ball 4. Runners on first and second now. One and 0 to Heineman. He's 0 for 2 in today's game. The 1-0. There's a grounder, but foul. 1-1. The 1-1. Foul back, 1-2. One ball, two strikes here to Heineman. As Hartlip sets on the 1-2, and that is popped up out of play. Still 1-2. The 1-2 is popped up out of play. As Hartlip sets on the 1-2, the pitch is swing and a miss. Struck him out. Two-way here in the bottom of the 8th. And that'll bring up Addison Barger to the plate. First pitch, 1-0. The 1-0. Grounded foul, 1-1. So top of the 9th, Judge, Chisholm, and Giancarlo will be due up. Barger getting a new bat. One ball, one strike with 2 outs. We got runners on first and second. The 1-1. Grounded foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm still going to play the 2-strike. 1 ball, 2 strike. Second. See if Hartlib can get a strikeout here. Here's the pitch. Oh, and it passes DJ as Barger keeps the inning alive. It is the bases are loaded now. And that's going to bring up Ernie Clement to the plate. DJ should have been able to make that play. Let's see. Yeah, just couldn't get it on that hop. So rule that is a single for Barger. Ernie Clement at the plate. He's 1 for 4. And looks like pitching coach Matt Blake is out there to talk with Hartlib. So Yankees are 1 for 4 or 1 for 14 with runners in scoring position today. They left 10 men on base. Unbelievable. That's bad. Ball gets away, but blocked by a scar. Runners will stay put. It's 1-0 to Ernie Clement. The 1-0. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. 3-0. Here's the 3-0. 3-1. And JT Brubaker warming up in the bullpen. Three balls, one strike here to Clement. The pitch. Strike two. Full count. So runners will go. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. And it's a ball 4, and that'll bring in another run. It's now a 10-4 game. I mean, it's just when it rains, it pours. It's just going from bad to worse. Oh, my God. That's going to bring in George Springer. 5 RBIs today. His one-shot career high. One and 0 to Springer, who hit that grand slam. Yeah, 10-4, 4-9, or 10-4, 9-4. It doesn't make a difference. Who cares? 1-0. And there's a hit. Well, that's going to make it 12-4 now. And the misery continues. We got runners on first and third now. So 7 RBI day for George Springer. That is his career high. So he's having himself a game. Well, Hartlib's day is over. Guerrero Jr., Kirk, and Lucas will be coming up. Looks like JT Brubaker will be coming in to take over. It's another commercial break. Yeah, 12-4. Wow. Well, I appreciate it, Beetlebug. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's hard calling these games. It is. It really is. It's not easy calling them. But definitely want this misery to be over already. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome. Well, yeah, commercial break. We're in a commercial break. I can't either, man. I'm telling you, like I said, it's hard sitting through these games when the Yankees are sucking like this. I'll say this: as bad as the bats have been, again, I'm not like trying to say make excuses or anything, right? The bats are bad, but there was that bad throw from Jazz that cut where the Blue Jays took advantage, and that catcher's interference from JC Escara. They seized the opportunity, man. And when these types of things happen, when there's defensive mistakes, it's gonna lead to some bad things. This always happens. As Vladimir Guerrero Jr. swings and misses to a pitch in the dirt. It's 1-1 now. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is 0 for 4. But Springer is player of the game for the Blue Jays. I mean, really. 2-1. Three and one. Three balls, two strikes. Runner on first will go. That'll free Springer. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Guerrero Jr. 0 for 5. That finally ends another miserable inning. And now we're going to the top of the ninth. So last chance for the Yankees to make something happen, but they're down 12-4. Highly doubt anything happens. I agree, Robert. It is a good thing you went out to go eat, man. I agree. I mean, hard to say. I mean, I do agree. They need a third baseman. They got to go out and get a third baseman. I mean, Jazz belongs at second. End of story. I know I've said it many times that he looks comfortable at third base. I mean, but he's so much better at second. We know that. They definitely need some help in the bullpen. The bullpen has been bad as of late. But the rest of the team, man, there's just the bats, the offense has just been it's been terrible. Like I don't know what like the collapse just like started, man. At first they were like first couple of months they were good, and then now it's like they forgot how to hit a ball, or they know how to hit a ball, but they just don't know how to score with runners in scoring position. So Yariel Rodriguez is in the game. He will look to close things out as the Blue Jays are trying to get the second win. Yankees have no choice, assuming that they're going to lose today, which it looks like they're going to at now, right? I mean, I know the game is not officially over, but let's just call it what it is. Yankees have to win the next two to avoid a series loss and, at least try to leave Toronto with a split. But it's looking pretty murky right now as Judge takes ball one. Judge is 2 for 2 in today's game. Yeah, right now it's just the bullpen is it's been incomplete all season. I've been saying this. The bullpen has been incomplete all season. Um, you were hoping for, a guy like Jake Cousins who was going to, who would have came back hopefully. But unfortunately, he's out for the season with Tommy John surgery. He would have provided some sort of boost for this bullpen. As Judge takes ball 3, it's 3-0 now to Judge. But he was out. And then, Fernando Cruz is hurt now with an oblique strain. We'll see. It was a high grade, they said, according to Boone. Here's the 3-0. And there's a 4-pitch walk to Judge. So that'll bring up Jazz Chisholm to the plate. Yeah, I'm not sure why Mark Leiter Jr. came into the game. Oh, looks like the trainer's coming out with the manager. Did Rodriguez get hurt? Oh, he's complaining about that little hole right there. Looks like there was a dip, so they're asking them to fix it. Looks like the grounds crew's trying to fix the mound there. Looks like it's all fixed. It looks like we're ready to go. So Judge is on first base. Jazz Chisholm Jr. will be coming to the plate. Nobody out. Top of the ninth. The Yankees are down 12-4. Jazz is 0 for 2 with a couple of walks, and he also scored a run. Game's officially 3 hours. 3 hours of misery. First pitch. 1-0 to Jazz. As Rodriguez sets here on the 1-0. The pitch. 2-0. The 2-0. It's a foul ball. 2-1. The 2-1. 2-2. Rodriguez sets the 2-2. Full count. Here's the payoff. Foul ball. Jazz still staying alive, still 3-2. So tomorrow's starting pitchers will be Will Warren versus Jose Berrios. That'll be tomorrow night. So it should be I believe a 7:07 or a 7:05 game. As Rodriguez sets here on the 3-2. Here's the pitch. And Jazz pops that up to right field. Springer calls it off and makes the play for out number 1. And that'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton to the plate. Giancarlo Stanton 0 for 3. Had a walk, reached on an error, had an RBI. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. Judge will take second on a defensive indifference. So runner on second now with 1 out. The 0-1. And Giancarlo hits that ball to left field, and that'll drop as Judge will stop at third. So we got runners on the corners. Stanton with a single. So we got runners on first and third with the Martian coming to the plate. And first pitch, ball 1. The 1-0. It's a grounder. This could be 2. There's 1. And there's, Dominguez is safe. So Judge will score. It's now a 12-5 game. Runner on first with 2 outs now. And that brings up Anthony Volpe. I can't wait to see some of the comments if you're still all in there. Volpe is 0 for 4 today. First pitch. Volpe fouls it back, 0-1. So runner on first with 2 outs. So Volpe's on-base percentage, slugging and OPS is up. His batting average is down compared to last year. And Dominguez will take second base on a defensive indifference. I don't get it. Volpe calls time. I don't know if this Rodriguez looks like Rodriguez is having some pitch comm issues. Looks like he's all right. So runner on second, 2 outs, top of the 9th. 1 ball, 1 strike to Volpe. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Volpe down to his final strike. Yankees are down to their final out. As Rodriguez sets the 2-2. Full count. Two balls, two strikes. Here's the pitch. Volpe pops it up. Jimenez will make the play for the final out, and the misery is over. The Yankees lose this game 12-5. What an embarrassing game. My God. The freaking offense once again sucked, and the costly errors, the two big mistakes, the throw by Jazz and the catcher interference cost the Yankees to give up these runs. But what a miserable game, folks. This was just a bad game. Really nothing to say. They're going to have to win the next two games to split this series. But, yeah, this was bad. So Leiter Jr. gets the loss. Fisher gets the win. All around, just a bad game. But, yeah, the misery's over. Yeah, hopefully, D's channel. Hopefully. But that's going to do it for me, though, folks. That's going to do it for me. I do appreciate you all hanging out. I've been live for almost 3 hours and 40 minutes. The game itself was 3 hours and 8 minutes. But I do appreciate you all hanging out for this play-by-play. As always, thank you for your continued support. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Have a great night, everyone. And as always, let's go Yankees.